Well, I think you're certainly seeing some efforts to respond to the White House's vocal criticism of the operations of Israel in Gaza. Quite frankly, it seems that almost President Biden has been asleep at the wheel as he has not responded to the crisis as it's unfolded, and now making public statements criticizing Netanyahu, criticizing Israel, when this has been going on for some time.
Republicans pushing back on President Biden's criticism of the Israeli war effort. This as Iran warns the U.S. to, quote, step aside as it readies a response to Israel's strike on its consulate in Syria. General Jack Keane, Fox News senior strategic analyst. Just want to read you one thing from Richard Goldberg from the Defense of Democracy. In the New York Post, he wrote this: did Israel surrender to White House pressure in Gaza? Iran likely thinks so. He went on to say, to the extent Tehran perceives Israel to be weak, wholly dependent on the U.S. to execute military operations, and susceptible to American pressure to reverse course on its security promises, the Ayatollah will be emboldened to escalate on all fronts. General, what do we need to know?
Well, first of all, I think we're making far too much out of Israel pulling troops out of Gaza. After the campaign was completed in northern Gaza, they pulled out all of their reservists without advertising it, certainly. And the campaign in southern and central Gaza that has been going on now for months is about completed, as indicated by the IDF chief. And so they're pulling their forces back from there. They haven't given up on their commitment in Rafah to clear out the battalions that exist there and hopefully to capture or kill most of the Hamas leadership, which is in residence there. But it's also going to take some time to move the civilian population out of Rafah, which they fully intend to do, to safer enclaves, and that'll be quite an undertaking to have that take place. So, yes, they pulled the troops out. I think people overreacting to what has taken place.